BalconyTV.
Welcome to Balcony TV Austin. I'm Stephanie, your host, and today we are joined by Lazy J and the Dirty Shuffle. Thanks for coming, guys.
Well, thanks for having.
What song are you going to be playing for us?
It's a song called Let Me Come Home. It's from our CD that's out real soon called Till the Devil Knows I'm Dead.
Okay, take it away.
Well, the honeymoon's over, so I'm at a cheap motel. Been here a while, I can tell by the smell. Some wrinkled-up clothes is all I can find. With the smell of bar smoke and stale old wine. Hey, baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey, baby, why don't you let me come home? I stick my head out the door. There's blood on the walk from a fight a night ago. Turn my head, close my eyes and think. Head down the block and find a shitty place to drink. I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? Let me come home. I said, hey, baby, why don't you let me come home? Found a little place at the end of the block. To the bar and I order a shot. Knock it back in, I give the barkeep a look. He brings me a double and that's all that she took. I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey, baby, why don't you let me come home? On the door in the front yard was a pile of my clothes. Then what happened? I guess the fire didn't take. I walked away until the night like a snake. I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home? I said, hey baby, why don't you let me come home?
Thanks, guys. Fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
Jay, can you introduce yourself and the rest of the band for us?
I'm Jay Grover. On bass is Greg Birmingham. And on drums for us today is David Zychek.
And what about that little thing over there?
And that is Mojado. He is the most photographed member of our band.
See the mascot?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, well, can you tell us a little bit about this album you guys are working on?
Yeah, we're real proud of it. We're basically a blues band, but we do a lot of different stuff on the album. A little bit of reggae, a little bit of funk on there, and just some old rock and roll. So we're really excited.
When can we expect that to be released?
That's going to be out in early July, maybe mid-July.
Okay, awesome. Where can we check you out online and keep up with you?
LazyJandtheDirtyShuffle.com. We're on Facebook. We got a YouTube channel with a bunch of live stuff on it, and iTunes, Spotify. All the regular places.
Great. We'll check you out.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
I'm Stephanie with BalconyTV, and we'll see you next time.
BalconyTV.